Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning from the heart of La La Land, teaching universal law and spiritual truth, along with health, prosperity, vitality, all the above, wisdom and love. So last night I had the honor of moderating a Q&A after the documentary Heal. And this documentary, I highly, highly recommend seeing it. It's a beautiful collage of a bunch of the masters in the industry, everything from Deepak Chopra, Bruce Lipton, Michael Beckwith, Marianne Williamson, Gregg, Braden, Anthony Williams, Rob Wergin, Peter Crone, Joseph Despensa, Patti, Penn, Dianna, Porchia, Mark Emerson, Joan, Borysenko, Kelly Turner, and more. I had to get those all in. So it is a documentary of a gal. Her name is Kelly Noonan Gores. I think she lives in Malibu. And she's basically seeking to know, what is the deal? We have major, major issues going on in our health industry, right? We have, here, I'll just read off some other stats I have from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey released in 2009 and 10, which is a while back, so you can imagine how much worse it is now. Stats show that overall health in adults and children are more than 2 in 3 adults have been found with being overweight or obese. More than 1 in 3 adults are obese. More than 1 in 20 adults are considered to have extreme obesity. We have major, major health issues. We have grave concerns. 1 in 4 people will be diagnosed with cancer in America. We have it's incredible the cost of things in America. We have anxiety disorders. We have diabetes. We have depression. We have all these things. Some are considered, real, I'm sorry, I'm not a medical doctor, but some are considered psychosomatic and some are real disease, meaning that they are, you can be born with them, if you will, okay? So obviously this is a major, major issue in the United States, our health industry. And the movie is really about the concept that we can heal. How much of illness can we really heal with the mind? And this is the discovery that Kelly and Adam Schremer, who is also a producer and director on it, go through their journey around this. And so, how do we heal? That is the true question. And as a doctor of divinity, I'm not a Western doctor, but we believe, and our truth is that we reveal through the truth. When you know the truth, we basically reveal, and in that heals. And, how does this work? How do we have the power to heal? Because we know that there was a study by Dr. Kelly Turner who, she researched, I think, 3,500 different cases of spontaneous remission. And with people with stage 4 cancer and all kinds of things, and found the common denomination of what people were doing to heal. Because the reality is this, from a spiritual truth, healing begins in mind. In fact, all disease is the effect of what's happened in consciousness. So we have to first back this up into what is the true source of disease. Disease is really from the creative factor within each and every one of us. And we have it on a physical realm, right, where we're actually, for example, having a positive or negative emotion instantaneously creates more health or more disease. It moves us in that direction. And from a collective consciousness, we have created the choices that we've made in our environment, and we've created toxins or health. We are either in line with Mother Nature, or we are in, building toxicity into our environment, right? From a spiritual standpoint, a lot of the disease, if you will, are really divine signs here guiding us to awaken, to realign with love, with harmony with Mother Nature, and with living in peaceful lives. And so the film basically delayers going through this, backing it up with science, backing up with big names in the industry to back up really how we've created disease and how we can heal. And so like Bruce Lipton, for example, he's like, we have the most money in the world going into medicine, and yet we have some of the worst health statistics in the world. Marianne Williamson says, not just disease starts in the mind, everything starts in the mind. And I love when she says, in a way, we have more faith in cancer killing us than we have faith in the power of infinite possibility. And so, is it possible to heal? Is it possible? And first, I just want to disclose that in the movie and my own belief is we do believe in Western medicine. We believe in both of it. There's a time for Western medicine, and there's a time for preventative. There's a time for Eastern medicine, and there's definitely always a time for spiritual healing within. And so you are the sum toll of consciousness, of your health is a sum total of what's happened in the collective and everything. So even children, they even talk about children that are born into disease, they have a genetic disorder or whatever. That is the sum total of what we've chosen, as a species to create. And is it wrong to have disease? They even question, is it wrong? Is it bad to have disease? How do we label disease, And sometimes it's really just the expression of this thing of being alive. And so diving deeper into it, they talk about things like, how do we heal? Whether it be going to a traditional doctor, is it going to a spiritual healer? Is it doing your inner work and your subconscious healing? Is there energy in going into even the sympathetic or parasympathetic nervous system, going into that parasympathetic peaceful state? Because we live in such a chaotic world. And if we're going to heal, it has to begin with going into a peaceful state of mind. It begins actually with having, in that parasympathetic state where we are able to heal. The body can't even heal if we don't go into a parasympathetic state, right? So I want to read the 9 common denominators of radical remission. I think they're so important and pretty much sum up a culmination of all the great minds involved in this movie. So number 1 is they found that the people that healed, there's all kinds of things that they did. But when she distilled it down, Kelly distilled it down, these were the 9. So I'd love to read these. Number 1 is radically change your diet. So obviously we are one with Mother Earth. We are one. You're not just the individual, you're the entire universe. You are nature. We're one, right? Number 2 is taking control of your health. So taking it back into you have an internal divine knowing, divine right action. Number 3 is follow your intuition. There's something in you guiding you that knows what you need. Is it emotional healing? Is it going to the doctor? Is it eating certain ways? What is it? Maybe it's getting out of the environment you're in. Maybe you're in a dysfunctional relationship. Number 4 is using herbs and supplements. And so yes, you do need to give nutrition to the cell for it to heal. It needs what it needs to do its divine work. Number 5 is releasing surpassed emotions. It's really past emotions. So where in the past you need to forgive, and forgiveness, as Michael Beckwith says so eloquently in the movie, he says all forgiveness is really with the self. It doesn't mean we totally let people off the hook, but we release and we forgive so that we can actually be freed up of those chains. And then number 6 is increasing positive emotions. We know that positivity, there is such habit in energizing. And if we're going to get in that flow, that means gratitude, right? The universe can't give us more health if we don't even embrace what we have and love what we have. Number 7 is embracing social support. We need people, you guys. We need tribes. We need families. We need support. It's very important. And a lot of that, we know that from the Harvard study, that people that had good lives and were happy is because of relationships. So embracing social support, we need good relationships in our lives. Number 8 is deepening your spiritual connection. We know this meditation, bottom line, they say it in the movie, is it just brings peace. Bottom line, you can say whatever you want about meditation. It can connect you to divine and cosmos and all that stuff. It can connect the right and left hemisphere. But bottom line, spiritual connection makes you in a peaceful state. It gets you into the parasympathetic state of mind, right? And then number 9 is having a strong reason for living. And this has been proven over again in history, even in the Nazi camps. We know that the people that lived was because they had a strong reason for living. And so what is your reason? What's your purpose and calling? So important to have all of that. So I highly recommend going to see the documentary Heal, you guys. You can look it up at healdocumentary.com. Check it out. So many masters in there. I'm just honored to be the person to hold that Q&A last night in Beverly Hills. And guess what? There's so many amazing healers and spiritual workers out there. And I just want to honor all of you guys, because it takes a tribe. It takes an entire community. It takes a movement. And that's really what this is. So if you've enjoyed this conversation on how to heal, please share it with somebody. I know so many people. We all have people in our lives that are dealing with health issues, and it all begins in energy. It all begins in mind. You can find me at erinfallhaskell.com. You can find me at drerin.tv and download my free app. You'll actually get my interviews. I'm interviewing a lot of the conscious leaders and Focus TV network in West Hollywood, you guys. And please, if there's anybody else that you feel you think I should interview, please reach out to me. You can reach out to me via social media. You can find me at Dr. Erin across the board, pretty much on social media. So have a divine day, you guys, and may you live your truth.